Hey everyone, welcome back to the Campfire. Hope you're doing well. Last time we explored the curious world of bathroom camping and how it really highlighted our collective need for a moment of peace, a break from the overwhelm. Tonight, I want to build on that idea but take it in a more personal and honestly a bit heavier direction. We are getting into addiction and what it really means to stop running from our lives. And if you are thinking, nah, I'm not addicted, well, stick around, because I used to say the exact same thing. Turns out, I was a master escapist, and my addictions were just my favorite hiding spots. So let's pull back the curtain on my own messy journey and talk about how we can all stop running and actually, finally face the music. Alright, let's get brutally honest here. And this is where my personal story comes in. For a long time, I had these little habits. Let's call them dopamine delivery system. You know the drill. Feeling stressed? Scroll. Anxious about something? Binge a whole season. Got a difficult email to send? Eat your feelings. It was my go-to coping mechanism. And for years, I genuinely believe it was just relaxing or unwinding. But deep down, in the darkest, most honest corners of my mind, I knew the truth. My addictions, no matter how seemingly innocent, were not about relaxation. They were about fear, pure unadulterated fear. I was a coward, plain and simple. Every time a problem reared its ugly head, whether it was a big life decision, a tough conversation, or just the discomfort of boredom, my immediate instinctual response was to run, to hide, to dive headfirst into whatever instant gratification offered a temporary distraction. It was a vicious cycle. The problem would pop up, I'd panic, I'd hide behind the dopamine hit. The problem wouldn't go away, obviously, and then I'd feel even worse about myself for avoiding it. Rinse, repeat, forever. My life felt like a perpetual game of hide and seek, and I was always the one hiding. It was exhausting, honestly, and not in the I ran a marathon kind of way, but the I mentally drained from dodging my own life kind of way. And then one day it clicked. It wasn't some dramatic lightning bolt moment, more like a slow, dawning realization while I was probably still hiding from something. I looked at myself and thought, dude, you're never going to grow if you keep doing this. The problem I was running from, they were not obstacles. They were opportunities wrapped in uncomfortable packaging. They were literally the best places for me to learn, to adapt, to become stronger, braver, better. And that's when the plot twist happened. The moment I genuinely accepted this, that problems aren't enemies to avoid but gems for my soul, something pretty miraculous started to happen. My cravings for those instant dopamine hits, they didn't just lessen. For many of those things, they practically vanished. It wasn't about willpower anymore. It was about shifting my fundamental relationship with discomfort and challenge. I decided to stop running and start facing. And let me tell you, it's been the most liberating thing ever. So what does this mean for you? If you find yourself caught in similar cycles, hiding behind something, anything, to avoid the uncomfortable realities of life, here is my humble suggestion. Identify your hideout. What's that thing you always run to when things get tough? Be honest with yourself. No judgment here, just observation. Then try this. The next time that uncomfortable feeling creeps in, instead of reaching for your usual escape, just pause. Take a breath. And instead of asking, how can I make this feeling go away? Ask yourself, what is this problem trying to teach me? Or what's the bravest, most courageous tiny step I can take right now to face this? It won't be easy at first, of course. Your old habits will scream for attention, but trust me, every single time you choose to face a tiny bit of discomfort, every time you take that small, brave step instead of running, you're not just solving a problem, you're building a muscle of resilience, courage, and self-belief. And that, my friends, is infinitely more satisfying than any fleeting dopamine hit. Because here's the beautiful truth. Your biggest challenges aren't roadblocks. They are the launch pads for your greatest growth. And once you embrace that, once you stop being a fugitive from your own life, you'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel and how much stronger you become. So, what's one small fear you're ready to face tonight? Let me know in the comments below. Let's start a movement of brave problem solvers. If this resonated with you, maybe share it with someone else who might be sitting in the dark needing the same thing. Go out there and conquer your world one brave step at a time.